leaves tastes good like a beer should.
You said it. Lucky Strike means fine tobacco.
Try a frosty cold glass of Bavarian right away.
What's that you say? No Boulder Dash or baloney here.
Cheers, everyone, and welcome to the Unfiltered Gentleman. And now, with a higher BAC than your ABV, Greg, Scott, and Dan.
That is we. Welcome in, everybody. The Unfiltered Gentleman. Thanks for listening and joining and telling all your friends about the most important show in the world. That's us. I am Greg. That's Scott.
Hey, how you doing?
And that's Dan.
Ahoy.
That ahoy and hey mixed together.
Gotta talk fast.
Yeah.
Got a lot of stories. Gotta talk fast.
You just don't want us to play the drinking game.
Oh, well, I did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get this man a beer.
Please. Oh, my God.
Oh, God. Well, welcome in, everybody. Like I said, our burp word of the week, if you're new to the show, burp word is an attempt to make sure Scott does not throw up on the microphone.
Right.
It's to curtail it somewhat. And our burp word of the week is friendly beer.
Which I just did.
You had a friendly beer?
That was a friendly burp.
Oh, there we go.
Friendly
That's what I was trying to do over there.
Yeah. And we'll
Is
talk.
there such a thing?
Not from him.
No.
Yeah. And we'll talk about some
A
friendly
lot of
beer.
friendly farts, but
Oh, yeah, those are not friendly. Deadly. We'll talk about friendly beer in a little bit. Shout out to Camarillo, California.
nice.
Cam.
Ooh, Cam coming through as our top listenership last week, which I have to assume has at least a little bit to do with the fact that we had Mike Brown from Flatfish Brewing.
Oh, there
which is
you go.
located in the Camarillo. So thank you guys from Camarillo. Thank you again to Mike for coming on and spreading some beer with us and all that good stuff.
Gotta be it.
Mm-hmm. Got the Camarillo bump.
Yeah, nice.
Yes. Don't forget, when you're on the social medias taking pictures of your beers, you should hashtag show us your beers.
Yep, do that.
Yeah, and tag us in them and hashtag cans for cans if it's a nice can. Dan likes nice cans.
Yeah,
I do.
man. If you got a nice can, put it on there.
Yeah, we like looking at those nice cans.
See those
man.
cans.
Yeah. So hashtag show us your beer, hashtag cans for cans. Don't forget to rate and subscribe to us on iTunes. Even if that's not your listening device of choice, it still helps us get seen by other people. It's a weird, nerdy algorithm thing. So, all right, that's enough jibba jabba from me. I think the guys over here are starting to look a little dehydrated.
Oh, yeah.
Let's fix this situation.
Grab your libations, pals. It's time for beer of the week.
And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I'll say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
I think we will indeed. This one comes to us, and I'll tell the full story in a couple of few, but compliments of listener Mike, who is our biggest fan, and we've met him at Enegren and a couple other breweries in the area. I'll talk about the beer first, and I'll talk about why he has been so gracious as to donate some beer. This is Avery's Go Play IPA. It's 5.5%, 3.64 on Beer Advocate, and 3.58 on Untapped. From Avery, they say Go Play IPA sports juicy, tropical, and dank aromas, fueled by dry hop additions of Vic Secret, which is apparently a type of hop, Idaho 7, and Simcoe hops. Better yet, sodium and potassium help activate this motivated, lively IPA.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's got like electrolytes and shit in it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'm feeling energetic already.
Yeah.
Right.
I could run a marathon.
It's
after
like a
one
gator
of
beer.
Yeah.
Gator beer. Gator beer.
Gator ale.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh, that's a
There you
good
go.
I
one.
like that one. Gator ale. Because water sucks.
Yeah,
That's
I
right.
was trying to sell it to the college team in Florida.
Yeah. That'd be pretty good.
Yeah.
So this one comes to Mike, like I said. He
Thanks,
went
Mike.
on a road trip that I'll tell you all about in a couple of few. I had one of these yesterday, and I'm still enjoying it now. This is super light.
Yeah.
Very easy to put down. It's a very summery beer. 5.5%. Doesn't even drink like it. Drinks like it's like a 4.5 session kind of thing.
Correct.
On the nose, I get some citrusy fruits, but real light in noseness.
Right.
And the flavor, it's kind of how they described it. It's a little fruity, a little dank, but real light and easy to pass the tongue.
Is it possible to taste potassium? Because I feel like there's a banana in there.
That's what she said.
Hey-oh. I don't know.
Right? I don't know. I'm going to go back in here and see what's going on. I swear to God, I taste potassium.
I guess other than the outright taste of a banana, I wouldn't know what to taste for as far as potassium is concerned.
That's true.
But I do feel healthier.
I do too.
Yeah, I'm feeling healthier as I drink it. Like I said, this is very light, very easy to drink. I could pound like 6 of these real fast.
Easy.
Yeah.
I think this would be a good gateway for someone who's not a huge IPA fan.
Right.
This is kind of light.
Yeah, it is very light for an IPA, and it's appreciated.
Yeah.
Especially in the summer.
Absolutely. Scott, you feeling healthy over there?
Oh, man, I tell you.
Livers never look so good.
I'm ready to drink a marathon.
Woo!
Yes.
26 beers, right? Marathon.
That's it, at least.
Yeah, exactly. So thank you to Mike. This is, like I said, Avery's Go Play IPA. All right, let's get into the thick of things.
Have a grievance to share? It's time for crotch talk.
It is indeed. A few things to mention. First of all, had my birthday barbecue over the weekend.
Yep, that's the old triple BQ.
Exactly. Had some people over, and we got very well hydrated, and we ate some food too. But it kind of killed the buzz, so we just kept getting hydrated. It was one of those things where I was being told things that happened the night before because I was super hydrated.
Oh.
I think I threw up twice the next morning.
Oh, wow.
Like, I got up and I was like, oh, I'm good, but I'm going to need to eat soon. It's one of those, like, if I don't eat, I'm going to lose it situations.
No.
And I was not feeling too great, and the lady friend was making breakfast, and it was just taking too long. I was like, yep, I'm going to lose it. I just went in, like, I threw up twice real quick, and I was good to go. And I was like, I was eating and all that good stuff.
Oh, right on.
There you go.
Boot and rally. And
good job.
Yeah, I was drinking later that day. Or, yeah, the next day.
You got to do that.
Yeah, so that was fun. Had a lot of really, really good beer.
Yeah. That's what I enjoy about a party at your house is there's always good beer.
Yeah, it's like, what should we bring? Good beer.
Yeah.
I don't want to name anybody out loud, but it was funny. I on the invite said, hey, make sure you bring a craft beer. Bring something you've never tried or always wanted to try. Because if I say just bring craft beer, you might show up with Golden Road or something shitty. Because they may not know better. I mean, they may not know better. But
right.
if I say, try something you've always wanted to try, or bring something you always want to try, or like a cool-looking can or something, like, people will go and they'll come with some cool shit, even if they don't know what it is, because they've never had it or it's got a cool can or whatever.
Yes.
So, somebody did bring Lagunitas. And look, I still drink Lagunitas. I know it's big beer, and I don't, like, outright support them, but I can say that they did not get crappy after the buyout. I just don't like Heineken's business ethics. Mm-hmm. They're kind of like slave drivers over in Europe. So, but Lagunitas IPA is still very drinkable. And
tis.
But that was that's the kind of party it was. That was the worst beer that got brought.
Right, exactly.
That, and somebody brought some fruity. Actually, no, I brought some fruity stuff. It was gross.
Oh.
I'd never tried it. I had to follow my own rules, and it was gross. Wanted to mention that the Beer Science ringtone, there were some issues with it being in the iTunes store.
Oh, that sucks.
One of the listeners brought it to my attention. They were trying to buy it. All has been fixed and forgiven. So head on over to the iTunes store and search for Beer Science, and you can buy our ringtone. Also, tunes, tuunes.co if you're not on an iPhone. Enegren over the weekend had their anniversary party.
Yes.
And it was a blast. They released their anniversary, 7th anniversary Imperial Pilsner. No, wait. And then they had the Galaxy Double IPA. That was India Pale Lager. Yeah. I'm trying to keep them all. I didn't take notes. I'm trying to keep them straight. Anyways, they were both delicious. And, of course, I had a few lightest ones at Nighthawks. Ran into Otter of Booze League fame. He was doing security at the door. Which those who know Otter know that's hilarious.
I bet you felt much safer.
Yeah. We were all in a much better place thanks to Otter. Ran into our friend James, the home brewer. He was there picking up some of the 7th anniversary, so we talked for a while. Also ran into Mike, Mike, who I'm about to talk about, and met James, another James, from 805 Brews. If you follow them on Instagram, at 805 Brews, they're doing local breweries in our area and talking all about them. He was telling me that they're working on some sort of like beer brewery tour bus that they're trying to like put together. So I was like, fuck, keep us updated.
Yeah.
Find them on Instagram at 805_brews. All right, so on to the big event. So went to listener Mike's house over the weekend for basically a big tasting. He took a huge road trip from SoCal to NorCal. SoCal to NorCal. I guess that's accurate too. SoCal to NorCal and then to Vegas and then kind of up. He basically went from California to the East Coast but zigzagged the whole way. And just stopped at breweries all along the way. And this is where the Avery came. He went into Avery and said, what don't you sell in California? And this is one of them. So he picked up this IPA for us.
Cool.
He just picked up a shit ton of really good beer. Went over, he cracked a lot of them open. He also had tacos and cake. His wife was cooking it up real nice for us. And we just got very well hydrated on some extremely rare and delicious beers.
Man.
A lot of sours, so you guys missing out maybe wasn't the worst thing in the world. A lot of sours, but I enjoyed them. Avery had a couple of sours. Who else? Man, there's he pulled out a couple of sours from Jolly Pumpkin at one point, and I didn't really hear what he was saying. He said like, "Oh, I got Jolly Pumpkin." I was like, "Oh fuck, you brought a pumpkin beer." Well, we gotta go.
Oh fuck,
we gotta go. No, they were not pumpkin beers. Thank God.
Nice.
I was like, it's not time yet.
Yeah, I would like to think that our fans know better than that.
Yes, yeah. So, and he did. It was not a pumpkin.
Right on.
Thank God. So, but yeah, it was really cool. It was a lot of fun. We tried a shit ton of just all kinds of different beers. One of his friends brought cherry chocolate rain from the brewery, which you have to be part of their like secret society to get a hold of, and even then it's still super expensive. And
Illuminati?
Yeah, pretty much. And he was nice enough to share that, and I brought one of the home brews, which pales in comparison to the shit that they were cracking open. But it was a good time, and thank you to Mike for inviting us and for just sharing some fucking good beer.
Yeah, like this one here. This one's delicious.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, this one has summer written all over it.
Faux show.
All right, I don't have any grievances, so I guess that's a good thing, other than the hangover I had after my birthday. Scott saw me the next day. I was a little toasty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were all right.
I made it through.
Took it like a man.
Yeah, had some, had a bunch of food and then drank beer.
Yeah, you didn't like bitch you out and stay in bed all day and all that.
No. I'm not, what's his name?
What's his name?
Wally
from
from the Boobs
shit.
League. Yeah,
the boys
I don't
league.
skip on events because I'm hungover.
Nah.
All right, old-timey word of the week. Wig chop. Wig chop.
Good job.
It's a haircut.
Ah.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. Get the old
wig chop.
Yeah. We are special. All right, let's move into something more classy.
There's nothing better than a babe with craft beer. It's time for Beer Babe of the Week.
It is indeed. Her name is Morgan, and you can find her on the Instagrams at Crafts and Drafts. Good news for Scott, all one word, no periods,
Nice.
underscores,
Oh, yeah.
slashes, dashes.
I think I can get that one.
Yeah, so at Crafts and Drafts, you can follow her on the grams. She, in this one, is drinking some 21st Amendment, looks like Hell or High Watermelon, which is surprisingly not bad if you're going fruity. I can't drink a whole lot. I can drink like half a pint kind of thing.
Oh,
But,
okay.
it's not like that Sculpin shit.
I have not yet tried that.
It's one of those things, if it's not a blazingly ball soup hot day, like it just, no, don't do it.
Uh-huh.
But when it's like super hot out, it's actually kind of refreshing and not too shabby.
Oh, okay.
I'll give it a little bit of credit.
I taste potassium, I'm telling you.
I want to know what potassium tastes like that. If anybody knows, like, does potassium have a taste? I wonder if I should Google that. Like, does potassium taste? It's just gonna be like a picture of a banana or something.
Probably. I mean,
Probably
that's the
tastes like
only,
banana
Yeah. That
or
was,
chicken.
it's the only thing I can think of that has potassium in it. Right?
yeah.
Banana, yeah.
Other than-
Famously,
that's it.
it's just bananas.
Yeah. Go banana. All right, I'm going to Google that while
Yeah,
we...
they used to be called potassiums, and it was hard to spell, so they started calling them bananas.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, potassiums?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you around when they made the...
As a matter of
change.
fact, yeah.
Potassiums in pajamas.
All right, I Googled what does potassium taste like, and Google returns, now salt substitutes are mainly mixtures of salt and potassium chloride. Potassium chloride does taste a bit salty. A bit
yeah.
nutty. A bit salty, but too much of it and you'll taste a metallic bitterness. So it only goes so far. The only other chemical that tastes wonderfully salty like sodium is lithium. Interesting. So does this taste salty at all, I guess, is the question.
Maybe a little,
maybe-
because
maybe.
not in a bad way, obviously.
Right.
But I kind of feel like you said, like, there's sodium and potassium. So to say that potassium tastes a little salty mixed with sodium, you'd think that's probably a little more salty.
Yeah, interesting.
So I'm tasting something.
yeah.
Not very accurate with the
Yeah, I
description.
guess.
How's the mouth feel?
Yeah. No, I should just go, but stick to what I know.
Don't stray too far.
No.
All right, before we get to a little bit of a bullpen beer, let's do a couple news stories.
extra, extra, drink all about it. It's time for booze news.
It is indeed. Man, this weed beer is just all the rage right now.
Damn.
Blue Moon creator Kevin Villa, who stepped down from Blue Moon earlier this year, is launching, I don't know, Setia beverages.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to focus on non-alcoholic THC-infused beer.
This is interesting, man.
Yeah.
It's one or the other.
Right. I keep saying they can't keep calling it beer if they're not going to have alcohol.
Right.
Please.
It's interesting.
That's just unfermented wort with weed.
Right.
I mean, before it's fermented, it's wort.
Yeah.
And then it's fermented, it becomes beer.
Yeah.
Beer.
Nobody wants to do both.
It must be because of the legalities behind it.
Correct.
I'm sure they're pretty thick and all that stuff. But why not be cool like me and make it with both?
Right.
Weed and
Exactly.
alcohol.
This would be cool.
Exactly.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens there. Stone Brewing has opened up another tap room, this time in Shanghai. Chinese getting a little taste of America over there.
Shanghai Dragons.
That's right. Just in time to tariff the hell out of it or something. That's what's going on in China. Guinness opened up a brewery here stateside in Maryland. The weird thing is they are not going to be brewing Guinness, the dark stuff.
Well, so what the hell?
They will be primarily brewing their blonde American lager, as well as some of their experimental beverages.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's kind of a potassium-based beer that they're looking at right now.
Like, I kind of feel like anytime anyone says a Guinness, we all know what you mean.
Yeah.
And they're not going to brew that.
Yeah, has anyone said, like, hey, man, you want a Guinness? You're like, fuck yeah, I go for the American lager right now.
Yeah, exactly. Give me a Guinness. No, I didn't mean the dark stuff.
Yeah,
I
come
want the
on.
light stuff, dummy. Nobody says that.
No. I think my guess it has to do with, like, they claim the water in Ireland is a big, flavor contributor to Guinness, the dark stuff. So they're probably not wanting to move it from there, but it seems weird.
Yeah, it's why half-ass it?
Yeah.
Why half-ass, like, we're opening a brewery, yay, we can get the dark stuff. Nope.
Well, you can recreate water profiles. And the shipping charges for getting, kegs across the ocean. They would save so much money if they would brew here.
Yeah, because they're lying about how much it costs to ship it over. I think.
Maybe they're secretly brewing it here, but don't want people to know.
Yeah.
I wonder if that has something to do
Yeah.
with it. Anyways, we'll find out. But they say it's just a lager and some experimental
That'd be a
shit.
dick move.
It would be a total dick move.
Yeah,
right?
like they're like, no, we're not doing that, and then like underhandedly they are, and then getting all the shipping charges on top of that. Oh man, that'd be
Still
gangster.
charging us more.
Yeah.
even though it's not actually imported.
Some underground brewery in a desert.
I love that idea. I'm going with that.
It's like a movie.
Yeah,
Plot of some spy movie.
that's right. It's like Hoffa or something.
Yeah.
Danny DeVito.
All right. I think it's time we call the pen.
Yes.
Are we all dry?
Oh, man.
Okay.
He calls to the bullpen for
Beer.
Making that call. All right, so here's what we got in front of us now. This has been provided to us by Dan, of all people.
Ooh. Of all people.
Of all people.
Wow.
It sounded kind of like you people. I didn't mean it like that. Just of all people. He has brought to us Abita Brewing Hop On Juicy Pale.
It's like, what did I bring?
Yeah. You're like, what did I bring again?
You saw Hop On, so I'm going to get that.
Yeah. Where do I get a ticket? Sorry, I'm having a hard time thinking. It's so goddamn hot today. 6%, 45 IBUs, 3.82 on Beer Advocate, 3.7 on Untapped. From the brewery, they say Abita Hop On is a full-bodied, juicy pale packed with Cascade, Citra, and Yukonat hops to deliver refreshing tropical and citrus notes. It pours a vibrant light gold, while the unique brewing process produces a distinctive haze. It's also super food-friendly, great with seafood ceviche, fresh fruit, or nice aged cheddar. Give Hop On a try and enjoy our brewmaster's latest journey.
Yeah, and I hate when a beer isn't food friendly.
Yeah,
It's
nobody
like,
wants that.
it's like, I can't eat this food. I can't. I can't
the
even
heat,
talk
man.
right now.
It's the heat.
Yeah, I can't drink this beer with this food. Away with you.
He hates these cans.
Right.
Oh, this is...
Said I never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you guys had this yet?
I have not.
I know.
Have a swig. This is interesting. This is not what I was expecting after the description. I have not tried this before. I was expecting, your typical kind of hazy pale ale, and that is not what I'm getting out of this.
It's good.
Maybe a hint of potassium right there.
A little salty.
Could be thinking of something else.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I don't
It
know.
is a salty day out. This show is taking a hit.
This show is salty.
Yeah. I get a little bit of the citrus. I get more dank than I felt was described on the tongue there. The smell.
Must have numbed my senses with all the beer I drank or something. I was just going too dank over the weekend, or I don't know, because I don't know. It doesn't feel that dank anymore. I feel like I'm like back to kick me in the teeth IPAs again.
Yeah, this isn't like super dank, but I get a little dankness. I smell a little bit of that kind of hop, resiny pine smell. Maybe a hint of floral, but it's pretty light. It's not what I was expecting out
Correct.
of that bad boy.
It's almost comparable to what we were drinking earlier, I think.
It's
think
kind of like the perfect compliment.
it really is.
It's almost as if I did this on purpose.
Right.
But I had no fucking idea what it tasted
Yeah,
like.
it's very similar. Mm-hmm. Yeah, except that without all the potassium tasting.
Exactly.
I'm telling you, man.
Yeah, no banana salt flavor.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, so I'm still feeling healthy, though.
I am.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Still feeling good about this.
Never felt better.
Exactly. All right, we still have some news to get through.
Yes.
Bad news for some Modern Times employees. We all love Modern Times. They're going through some layoffs.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. They've been opening like crazy. They opened the Dankness Dojo in downtown LA. They're opening up in Portland. And they're also losing their director of brewing operations. Goddamn, words are hard. Operations person in addition to the layoffs. It says after a year as director of brewing operations in San Diego's Modern Times, Rick Blankmeyer has left. It sounds like a fake name.
It
Right?
does. It sounds like you blanked out a curse word.
Right, yeah.
Like his name's Fuckmeyer, really. He said Blankmeyer.
That's exactly what it is.
Family-friendly show here.
Yeah. Has left for a position as the quality assurance manager at the Belching Beaver Brewery in Vista, California.
Ooh.
He says, I'm definitely looking forward to the opportunity to be closer to home and my family, and definitely want to thank Modern Times for the amazing opportunity and appreciate the support. He will be replaced by Modern Times head brewer Tim Kamoltz. Also, the brewery recently opened L.A. and Portland, like I was saying, and made several staff cuts at those locations. A Modern Times spokesperson confirmed, adding that the layoffs were deeply regrettable, but not in any way a reflection of the overall health of our business or any of our other current or future tasting rooms, breweries, or restaurants. It's like, hey, we're laying off people, but I swear we're doing okay.
Yeah, I know.
good.
It doesn't
Don't worry
make
about
any
it. Yeah.
sense, dude.
Yeah.
Can't blame the guy for leaving for the beer, though. I mean, that was a good move on his part.
Yeah, most guys do.
Most of them.
Yeah.
Leave it to Beaver.
That's right.
Just ask Wally.
Oh, God.
There's the tie-in.
Yep, him and the beef. Oh, what else? Boston Beer, the owners of Sam Adams, Angry Orchard, Twisted Tea, Truly Spiked. Anybody had Truly Spiked?
No.
Either. It's the sparkling spiked whatever drinks in like the Red Bull looking cans.
That's coming around, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like a thing now. People
Yeah.
like the spiked waters.
Like
and,
brute IPAs.
well, that's different.
Is that different?
So I was talking this. Let's get nerdy for a second.
Let's do it.
I was talking to Matt at Benchmark the last time we were down in San Diego, and I had never really had a brewed IPA, and in fact, I don't think I still have had a brewed IPA.
Me neither.
And he had mentioned them, and I was like, so what is a brewed IPA? Because I thought maybe it's during the ferment process to dry it out, they add like some sugar or some DME to like sugar up the yeast and keep the yeast going longer than they normally would. And apparently that's not the case. It is an enzyme that they throw in there that dries it the fuck out, and it feels like you're drinking champagne thanks to this enzyme. So that they dubbed it Brute IPA.
So
it was
it's super dry.
super dry. I thought it would just
man.
fermenting out the yeast longer or adding champagne yeast to your IPA yeast kind of
Right.
thing. But apparently it's just an enzyme that dries out your beer.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it was invented up in NorCal, and the guy decided to call it Brute IPA. It makes sense because it's like drinking in champagne.
Right.
So now it's the true champagne of beers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, suck on that, Miller. Miller.
Yeah,
right?
Miller High Life.
Yeah, Highlight. Yeah.
Or MGD or whatever. I have yet to try a Brute IPA, and I really want to try one. If anybody has a good SoCal Brute IPA for us
Right.
to recommend, please let us know.
Just the taste, man. 'Cause
Yeah.
it sounds like it's going to dry you out.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder, if I had to guess, I bet Nick over at 14 Cannons would brew one. He likes doing experimental stuff, and
Okay.
I should talk to him, see if he's got one in the pipeline or not. Ran into him at Enegren.
Oh.
It's over. I ran into him. I ran into Dave from McLeod's. The owner of Westlake Brewing was there. Just everybody at Enegren was like a who's who of local breweries.
All right.
It was awesome. I was like, hey, I know you. I know you. I know you.
They had like a meeting of the families upstairs, like in The Godfather.
They were making him an offer.
Yeah.
He couldn't refuse. What? Oh, so Boston Beer was, as I was saying, the revenue's up 13.2% in quarter two. So as big brands like Budweiser and Miller start to suffer, it looks like Boston Beer, who is still technically, they are hanging on the very edge, craft beer, are doing better. But I have a feeling that it has a lot to do with their other brands as well.
For sure.
Have either of you gentlemen ever been to Blue Palms in Hollywood?
No.
That is not a sexual place. Blue Palms or Sweaty Palms or.
I've been to Blistered Palms in West Hollywood.
Oh, damn. There we
This
go.
is down the street. This is Hollywood proper.
Can't say I've been there.
Yeah,
Harry Palms.
That's his favorite. Blue Palms is a craft beer bar in Hollywood. They're having their 10th anniversary party this Saturday, August 12th. If you've never been to Blue Palms, it is a great place to go. First of all, they always have Pliny on tap. Just always.
Oh, fuck.
I don't know if they've ever not had Pliny on tap. And because they have this relationship with the Russian River, they very often will get Pliny the Younger and, Blind Pig supplication. A lot of the other lineup from Russian River. And in fact, I think they're going to have like 6 different Russian River beers on tap for this event. It sounds like it's. I wish I wasn't going out of town this weekend because I really want to go. It's like $50 to get in, but it's all you can drink.
Oh, snaps.
Yeah. So check them out. Blue Palms. Like, go to their website. You can get tickets and
I might
stuff.
have to move.
Yeah. Saturday,
Move up
August
north.
12th. Move up north?
Yeah, I'm west right now, so
I see.
head to north.
Head to North Hollywood?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. This is Hollywood proper. This is right off the Red Line.
Oh,
This is,
well,
like,
okay.
not
It's
too
still-
far from the Walk of Fame. and
Okay.
all the trashy people dressed up in costumes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I love that people come here like, oh, I want to go to Hollywood.
Yeah, I know.
No, you
Why?
don't.
Yeah. Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, where is it? This is disgusting. Where's Hollywood? This is it.
Yeah.
Probably like assholes from the West Coast want to go to Times Square in New York.
That's
you know
true.
What I mean? Everyone's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
what do you want
yeah.
to go
And
there
that's a
for?
disappointment too. Been there, done that. Yeah.
Dance with the naked cowboy.
Right. I went to Times Square. I was so underwhelmed by how small it was.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you been?
Yeah.
No.
I've been.
Yeah. I was like, oh, it's going to be huge because you see it on TV.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
It is not. It's
They host New Year's Eve there.
right.
The whole
MTV.
world
And they
is
make
there.
it look huge.
Yeah.
Right.
That's some good TV tricks.
Yeah,
They
it
must
is.
think LA Live is like huge too.
Just judging by the name, it must be amazing. It's like,
It's like when you watch sporting events that are in LA and they show all the beaches and all that. Oh my God, I got to go to LA and see how beautiful LA is. And they get to downtown LA and it's a shithole.
Yeah, you get to Venice Beach,
Oh,
some
my-
dude's just yelling at himself.
Yeah.
oh,
One dude's yelling at himself and somebody else is yelling at you and
Oh,
you
man.
don't know what they're saying.
It's not fun.
one of my favorite things that sports are doing right now is whenever there's a Niners game at home, the Niners playing Santa Clara, which is like,
Oh yeah.
what, 45
At
minutes from
least,
San
yeah.
Francisco, but every bump to commercial, they always show the Golden Gate Bridge.
Right.
It's like, okay, you know how far that is?
Yeah, right.
How about you show the theme park that's right next door, or like where the Sharks? Well, I'm glad they don't show where the Sharks play, but show something that's actually close to the arena,
Right.
like La Victoria's Taco House. Oh god damn, that's so good. If you guys have not been to La Vic's in San Jose,
Have not.
oh my god,
Nope.
the food's like it's good. It's Mexican food. It's good. But they have this orange spicy sauce, which guaranteed to give you the shits, but it is phenomenal.
Is
I
it
love
like
the
habanero?
It's probably everything. Just all
Oh,
kinds
man.
of pepper. It's like it's creamy but spicy. It's whew. And they sell it by the bottle. You can take it home with you. It's totally worth bringing home.
Talking about the sauce or the shits?
Yes.
Okay.
They sell
You're
both by the
taking the
bottle.
shits home with you.
Yeah. You can't leave that there.
Nope.
It's creamy, it's spicy.
No God.
Oh, jeez.
We better get back on track.
Okay, where were we?
Heineken becoming the new like global beer brand.
Oh, man.
Just spent $3.1 billion on 40% of China Resource
Holy
Beer, which is China's biggest beer company.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah.
that's home of what?
Heineken.
Oh, no, I mean like China.
What do you mean?
Chinese.
Do we know anything that they brew at all?
Oh,
China?
I don't know.
Right? Like, you know, like how like...
Tsingtao is that Chinese or is that Japanese?
Ah,
Asahi? Man,
No, Asahi is, I think, it's Japanese.
I don't know, man.
Kirin is
I don't-
Japanese.
Yeah,
don't know.
that's Japanese. Tiger is Vietnamese.
Height is Korean.
Tiger's Vietnamese, 33's Vietnamese.
Oh man, we're just around the globe.
We're
know.
all over. Chinese don't make beer.
San
I guess that's
Miguel
it.
is
Right?
Filipino.
That's what I was saying. Like, I know everything else but China.
I should have done some more Googling before we hit the air. God, what a great
Wow.
producer I am.
Yeah, or I could get here earlier and we could have a little powwow before the show.
Right. What a thought.
Yeah. No, we just totally wing it usually.
What rundown.
Yeah.
A dude gets arrested at multiple national parks for being drunk at all of them. I'm going to read this story. I will try my best to speak English. Please follow along as best you can.
Okay.
From drunk and disorderly to bison harassment, police say Oregon man had a hell of a week. Raymond Ranke of Pendleton, this is July 28th. Raymond Ranke of Pendleton, Oregon, left behind a lot of vacation memories in his wild road trip through several national parks. In a string of vacation antics that would make Clark Griswold blush, Yellowstone officials say a man who was arrested after appearing to be intoxicated and argumentative during a traffic stop was stopped again days later and cited, only to go on to taunt a bison, which was recorded in a viral video and then arrested again. The East Oregonian called it a trifecta. Ranke managed to get cited in 3 national parks during the past week. It was a combination of drawing attention to himself, coordination amongst the park rangers, and a little bit of luck that culminated in his arrest.
Oh, wow.
It started Saturday, July 28th at Grand Teton National Park, which is just south of Yellowstone National Park in Wyoming. Details of the first incident are sketchy, but Ranke, 55, was cited for drunken and disorderly conduct. After spending the night in the Teton County Jail, he was released on $500 bond that required him to follow the law and avoid alcohol.
Oh.
Who cares about the $500? Avoid
kidding.
alcohol.
Damn.
July...
Lose your beer money and your right to drink beer?
Right.
Oh,
That's
fuck.
awful. July 31st, Yellowstone National Park. This is a few days later. 3 days later, rangers at Yellowstone National Park, which straddles Wyoming-Montana border, cited him for not wearing a seatbelt as a passenger and noted that he appeared intoxicated.
Oops.
They didn't know of his bond conditions from the Grand Teton incident at the time. He was later cited after another Yellowstone visitor took video of him walking up to a bison in a roadway congested with stopped cars and waving his arm. The animal charges him a couple of times, but Ranke doesn't appear to get hurt. He keeps taunting like he's a, like Toro, whatever. Like,
No way.
Yeah, like a bullfighter. And the bison comes at him, and he just kind of like jumps out of the way and does it again like a fucking idiot.
No way.
And the lady holding the camera is like, I just can't watch. It was hilarious.
But they cited him for being drunk as a passenger?
Yeah, you can't have an open container in the car. And he wasn't wearing a seatbelt.
Oh, the seatbelt thing I can see, but
Yeah.
the passenger thing.
Berating bisons.
Right.
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
See, Yellowstone officials warn visitors to stay at least 25 yards from bison. Blah, blah, blah. I'll have to...
You got a restraining order from bisons?
I'll have to post the video of the bison. Instead of heeding their warning, the Missoulain reported that the man caught on video walked towards the bison, which at that point was ambling down the side of the road. He waved his arms like a matador, and the bison charged him. The man ran in a circle while the bison stood on the road. The man waved his arms again, prompting the bison to charge at him. According to the paper, the video cuts away as people are yelling, "No, no!" and "Oh my God, get out of there!" Eventually, the bison walked away. Numerous visitors reported the wildlife harassment, and rangers found Ranke later that evening and issued a citation for a court appearance. At that point, they hadn't seen the video. August 2nd.
Oh, boy.
Hey, I was like, give him a job in Spain or something,
Right?
dude. That's pretty gangster.
Olé. All right. August 2nd, Yellowstone National Park. After the video gained attention online and Yellowstone Rangers learned of Ranke's charges in Grand Teton, an assistant U.S. attorney asked that the bond be revoked because of egregious nature of the wildlife violation. Egregious. A warrant was issued for his arrest. Thursday, August 2nd, Glacier National Park. Ranke had told rangers he had planned to travel to Glacier National Park. English is getting hard. Which is on the northern border of Montana. Rangers there were looking for his vehicle when they got a report about 2 guests arguing and creating a disturbance at, and this is the name of this hotel, Mini Glacier Hotel. Mini, whatever. All right, so Mini Glacier Hotel. Rangers looking for Ranke found him, they say, causing yet another disturbance Thursday evening in the historic Mini Glacier Hotel on the east side of Glacier National Park. They didn't find one of the guests is Ranke, who was sent back to Yellowstone and appeared in U.S. District Court on Friday.
Oh, my God.
This isn't an everyday occurrence that this teamwork happens, but it does when we have opportunities like this, says Lauren Alley, a spokesperson for Glacier National Park. Our Rangers do take this very seriously. He made an initial appearance on Friday in court, although he faces 5 charges, including being under the influence of alcohol to a degree that endangers himself or others. Hello. Welcome to Friday. Interference and resisting arrest, making unreasonable noise, storing an open container of an alcoholic beverage in a motor vehicle, and disturbing wildlife. He remains jailed with his next hearing set for 11 a.m. August 8th. Friday, August 3rd. Mammoth, Wyoming. He remained jailed pending a hearing next week in Mammoth Hot Springs.
Wow.
Woo! That was a doozy. Yeah, this guy is
he was on a roll.
Surprisingly not from Florida.
Nope.
Yeah.
Well, the good news is, while he's in jail, he's making plans for his next vacation.
That is true.
Yes.
I wonder where he's going to go next.
He doesn't know yet.
I want to know where he is from.
And he doesn't know where he's been.
Yeah.
I think he said it was from Oregon, right?
Oh,
Is
yeah.
that what it said? Let me go
What
back.
is wrong with him, dude?
Nice vacation. I wish I could remember it.
Yeah. He might be from, he's from Oregon, but I don't know if he's from Oregon. He's probably like from Florida.
Yeah, usually pretty chill, man.
Mm-hmm. But in case you didn't have enough Florida today, drunk Florida man who brought live alligator on beer run says he doesn't recall it. A man who walked into a convenience store with a live alligator tucked under his arm, where the whole fiasco was recorded by his buddy, was arrested in Jacksonville, Florida last week. Robert Timothy Barr, 28, who's known as Robbie Stratton, and Kevin Scott Keeney, 23, were charged with illegal possession of an alligator, illegal exhibition of dangerous wildlife, and cruelty to animals. The Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission, which is investigating the incident, told the Huffington Post on Monday it is still trying to identify another individual in the case. Barr was seen on a viral Facebook video boastfully running around the convenience store in late July carrying the 4 to 5 foot alligator whose mouth was duct taped shut.
Oh.
Check the alligator's stomach for the missing guy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
There it is.
Before the alligator managed to tape his mouth shut.
He went from 4 feet to 6 feet real quick. In the video, Barr enters the store and asks, "Y'all ain't out of beer, are you?" He then sees someone at the back of the store and yells, "Is he taking the last bit of beer? You aren't taking the last bit of beer, are you?" He jokingly runs after the person while the animal's tail wags around.
Who doesn't do that?
Yeah,
Come on.
Until he gets in a walk-in cooler, then grabs a large pack of what appears to be Busch beer.
There you go.
Classy, very Florida. The person recording the video can also be heard saying, "It's alive." Laughter can
The
be
Busch
heard,
or the alligator?
Yeah, laughter can be heard throughout the recording. Barr later told news station WJAX CBS, "This store sells some good liquor, and I drank a lot of it that night." He also said he had no clue how he and the alligator got matched up, insisting that when he pulled up to the store, the reptile just happened to be in the back of his truck.
And he's now pregnant.
Yeah. Another disturbing Facebook video obtained by WJAX, however, may shed some light on how the bizarre beer run came to fruition. In this video, Barr can be seen holding the reptile. This expletive had a weed eater in his hand. Looked over and found him, Barr said in the video. "I was working and he came up to me and I dove on his expletive."
What?
All I can imagine is dick. Sounds like dick, right?
Pylon.
Yeah, dove on his dick. State Conservation Commission officials are now looking for an unidentified man who is also featured in this video, who can be seen stepping on the animal. He later holds it up and yells, "Florida State, baby!"
Oh, my God.
He told the outlet that he was drunk by the time he encountered the animal and thought he was dead. Barr said once he realized it was alive, sometime after he forced it to be his accomplice in a booze-fueled foolery, he released it into a creek near the store. "I definitely regret it," he said. "It was stupid."
Well, he held the alligator up and said Florida State?
Yeah.
Isn't it Florida? That's the Gators? Like,
I don't know.
I thought Florida State is like the chop. Oh,
Yeah. The whatchamacallits.
Yeah, I forget what they're called,
I
but
don't
it's
know.
not the Gators. I caught that. I was like, wait,
The Seminoles.
That's right. They are the
Seminoles.
Seminoles.
There we
Florida
go,
State
yeah.
Seminoles. That's
Well,
right.
we're talking about Florida here.
Yeah, that's true.
But he's from there. Shouldn't he know that?
Shouldn't he know not to pick up a fucking alligator?
No kidding. By the way, there is a
my
lot of potassium
God.
in alligator dick.
Oh, God.
What a dumbass.
Well, at least he's keeping healthy.
There you go.
Yeah, this was so
Only in
insane.
Florida.
I thought this is probably fake. I need to find another news source that has it. So I did. I found multiple news sources that had this story. I couldn't just report on it all willy-nilly. That would be irresponsible.
Correct.
That would be very irresponsible. I will have to post that video for you guys on the interwebs so you can find it at the Unfiltered Gentleman on social medias. And finally, congratulations, Colorado. You have finally gotten 805.
There you go.
Yeah, Firestone Walker 805 now officially available in Colorado, just in time for my trip in a couple weeks.
Okay.
What a trip.
Yeah, I'll be there and I'll be drinking some. I'm glad they're going to have good beer that I can drink.
That's
As
awesome.
if Colorado was short on good beer.
That's true. I was
Yeah,
about
no
to say.
kidding.
So anyways, I think that's everything. Those last couple of stories were a mouthful.
I know, right? No kidding.
Need another fucking beer after that. Good God. All right, let's hit some music and get out of here. Thank you guys for listening. Thanks for telling friends and everything about the show. Keep checking us out at theunfilteredgentleman.com. We're on all the podcast apps you want us to be on, so make sure you listen to us. Social media is The Unfiltered Gentleman, except for Twitter, at Unfiltered Gents. Our phone number is 805-538-BEER, 2337. Drunk dial us. Please drunk dial us. We want your drunk dials. We won't, make fun of you like your ex-girlfriend would. No, we're not that bad. Yeah. Thanks again to Mike from Flatfish last week for being on the show. I think that's everything. We got some good stuff for you in the coming weeks, including an interview with Avery Brewing, so stay tuned for that. In the meantime, make sure you stay hydrated. On that note, good night, everybody.